My name is Chad, and this is Blue Team.
My name is Trevor, and this is our game, Centuries.
I'm Alex, and the idea of Centuries is to bring players and give them the idea that they're time traveling. So the board is split into different sections, and each section has its own corresponding decade. So our decades that our players will be traveling through is the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. And when you're in each section of the board, your playing piece, you will have to, in order to play, you pick from the corresponding deck of cards that is in that section.
My name's Carla, and in this game we have playing cards and random event cards. In the playing cards, there's specific facts to that time period, which tell you whether to move forward or backwards. The random event card puts the player in a personalized experience in that time period. It could be an advantage or disadvantage.
So to start playing Centuries, the first thing I'm going to do is pick up a card from the 70s because we're starting in the 70s. So I got one of the special random event cards, and it says, you won money on your bets when Secretariat secured the Triple Crown in 1973. Move forward 8 spaces.
It's the second player's turn now, and I'm going to pick up a card. It says, the 70s were known for the rise of disco music, with artists like the Bee Gees becoming popular. Move forward 2 spaces.
Now, once it's the next player's turn, you just continue to go. In the 1970s, the first Earth Day was celebrated. Move forward 4 spaces.
The fourth player is going. Playing card. The era of the video games in 1971, the first arcade game, Computer Space, was released. Move forward 3 spots.
Yay. Okay, so now that all 4 players went, we're going to return to the first player playing. Playing card. In the 70s, bold and colorful fashion was popular. Move forward 5 spaces.
Second player's turn again. Random event card. You and your family are affected by the energy crisis in the 70s. Move backward 10 spaces.
It's the third player's turn. In 1971, the U.S. voting age was reduced to 18 years old. Move forward 1 space.
Fourth player's going. In 1979, ESPN was launched. Move forward 4 spaces.
Number 1 is going, and now that I've moved into a new section of the board, I'm going to be picking from the 80s pile. Random event card. You are on the USA team that beat the Soviet Union in ice hockey in 1980. Move forward 7 spaces.
Second player's turn. In 1978, the first test tube baby was born. Move forward 1 space.
The third player's turn. In 1978, the Great Green Wall of China was built. Move forward 2 steps.
Fourth player is going. In 1970, the first Earth Day was celebrated. Move forward 4 spaces.
Okay, first player's turn again, and I'm going to be picking from the 90s. Playing card. The Pathfinder rover landed on Mars on July 4th, 1997. Move forward 5 spaces.
Second player's turn. Random event card. You won money on your bets when Secretariat secured the Triple Crown in 1973. Move forward 8 spaces.
Player 3's turn again. In the 70s, bold and colorful fashion was popular. Move forward 5 spaces.
Player 4. The 80s were known as a time of big hair, big music, and big change. Move forward 4 spaces.
Player 1's turn, I'm going to be choosing from the 90s. Random event card. You survived the Jeffrey Dahmer murders. Dahmer was arrested and sentenced to 15 life sentences in 1992. Move forward 8 spaces.
Second player's turn. Playing card. In 1979, ESPN was launched. Move forward 4 spaces.
The third player's turn. It's a random event card. You lost money in the stock during the 1987 Black Monday market crash. Move back 6 spaces.
Fourth player's turn. In 1981, NASA launched the first space shuttle named Columbia. Move forward 3 spaces.
Okay, player 1's turn again, and now I'm in the 2000s. Playing card, 2005, Hurricane Katrina hits. Move backwards 9 spaces.
Second player's turn. I'm drawing from the 80s. Playing card. In 1981, Sandra Day O'Connor became the first female Supreme Court Justice for the U.S. Move forward 5 spaces.
Player 3's turn. The era of video games in 1971, the first arcade game, Computer Space, was released. Move forward 3 spaces.
Player 4's turn. Playing card. In 1980, CNN launched the first 24/7 news source. Move forward 3 spaces.
Okay, back to player 1. Choosing from the 90s now. Playing card. In 1998, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone was released in the US. Move forward 4 spaces.
Second player's turn. I'm drawing from the 80s. In 1980, Pac-Man was released and holds the world record for most successful game. Move forward 1 space.
Third player's turn. The 70s were known for the rise of disco music, with artists like the Bee Gees becoming popular. Move forward 2 spaces.
Player 4. Playing card. The U.S. women's soccer team dominated, winning the World Cup in 1991 and 1999, and Olympic gold in 1996. Move forward 3 spaces.
Okay, player 1's turn. I'm picking from the 90s. Playing card. The U.S. men's basketball team wins gold at the 1992 Summer Olympics. Move forward 4 spaces.
Second player's turn. I'm picking from the 80s. In 1989, the fall of the Berlin Wall began, considered a monumentous event in the decade. Move forward 1 space.
Player 3's turn. Playing card. In 1985, the Titanic wreckage was discovered by U.S. oceanographer Robert Ballard. Move forward 2 spaces.
Player 4. Your home survived a 6.7 magnitude earthquake in San Francisco in 1994. Move forward 1 space.
Okay, player 1's turn again. I'm gonna choose from the 2000s. It's a playing card. People feared that when the clock struck midnight on January 1st of 2000, chaos would occur. Move backward 8 spaces.
Second player's turn. I'm picking from the 90s. The Hubble Space Telescope was launched in 1990 and continues to orbit, traveling 17,000 miles per hour. Move forward 4 spaces.
Player 3's turn. Playing card. In 1982, Michael Jackson released his album Thriller, which remains as the best-selling album of all time. Move forward 2 spaces.
Player 4. Playing card. Nelson Mandela was released from prison in 1990. Move forward 2 spaces.
Okay, player 1's turn. I'm gonna be choosing from the 90s. Playing card. The Super Nintendo was released in the US in 1991. Move forward 3 spaces.
Second player's turn. I'm picking from the 90s. Your home was destroyed when 59 tornadoes touched down in Kansas on March 13th, 1990. Move backward 7 spaces.
Player 3's turn. Playing card. The 80s were known as a time of big hair, big music, and big change. Move forward 4 spaces.
Player 4. Random event. You survived the Jeffrey Dahmer murders. Dahmer was arrested and sentenced to 15 life sentences in 1992. Move forward 8 spaces.
Player 1's turn again. I'm going to choose from the 90s. Playing card. The U.S. men's basketball team wins gold at the 1992 Summer Olympics. Move forward 4 spaces.
I'm picking from the 80s. Random event card. You lost money in the stock during the 1987 Black Monday market crash. Move back 6 spaces.
Pulling from the 80s deck again. Random event card. You were on the USA team that beat the Soviet Union in ice hockey in 1980. Move forward 7 spaces.
Player 4. Playing card. First episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians aired. Move forward 6 spaces. Boom!
Winner!